Now, you wrote and directed this movie. Do you want to give us what the kernel of the idea was that led to the movie we're seeing here at FrightFest?
The kernel of the idea is a woman checks into an Airbnb very late at night in a rough neighborhood, and when she shows up, there's another man that's already occupying the house. It's been double booked. And so she has to make the difficult decision of either cohabitating with this guy for the evening or sleeping in her car. She's got two bad choices, so she decides to roll the dice and step inside, and what is waiting for her inside the house is much, much worse than the audience or her would ever expect.
But that's what the story is. But where did that idea begin in your head? What was the kernel of the idea that led to that?
Okay. I had read a book called The Gift of Fear by this author, Gavin de Becker, who's a security consultant. And the book is basically written to encourage women to pay attention to these little invisible red flags that a lot of times men will throw up in day-to-day interactions. That could be possibly innocuous or possibly dangerous. And often in today's society, women are encouraged to ignore these red flags at their peril. And so I didn't want to write a movie, I just wanted to write one scene where I could load as many of these very subtle, tiny little, possibly threatening red flags into one interaction. And then I would just play with the tension with that. And so that was the genesis of this. It was just supposed to be one scene for myself, but as I was typing, I followed my nose, and I just kind of decided to go where the story led me, and this is the movie that came out of that.
What would you say is a good comparable and/or an influence that you took into this movie?
I think that the biggest influence on this movie is Audition, the 1999 Takashi Miike film, which deals with sexual misbehavior in a similar way, and it also is a very twisty, surprising film, which I think Barbarian is as well. It's the movie that you see in the trailer is not the movie that you're going to experience in the theater.
Audition played at the very first FrightFest.
This is the very first FrightFest. Yes, I'm very excited. Audition. Sorry, I thought you said this will be your very. Yes, Audition, first FrightFest. That's amazing to me. So I am so honored to follow in its footsteps. One more step of the way. It's a great movie.
A good segue. You're here at FrightFest to premiere your movie. How does it feel to be in there's so much film history of premieres happening at this cinema in Leicester Square. How does it feel to be here yourself?
It's surreal. I'm sure everybody that's come through here has probably said something similar, but as I was shooting this movie, I remember thinking often what a dream come true it would be if I could get it into this venue at this time. And to have it be playing here on this screen it's a real dream come true.
Well, look, best of luck on your premiere, and thank you very much for joining us on FrightFest TV.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck, man.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.